And I don't want to violate electoral rules, but we have seen very handsome, very qualified, very suitable suitors.
Okay.
Yes.
And we can pronounce you already
In-laws.
in-laws. The formalities will await.
Here is a comprehensive, well-structured history of Nigeria Democratic Congress based on available verified information because the party is very recent and still evolving and is becoming popular nowadays now. The, the background of the party is to understand the emergence of the Nigeria Democratic Congress need context. Since the return of democracy in 1999, Nigeria has operated a multi-party system with dominant parties such as APC and PDP alongside smaller third force parties. Over time, dissatisfaction with major parties led to repeated attempts to form alternative political coalitions. And how does it form? Nigeria Democratic Congress (NDC) is a registered political party in Nigeria recognized by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). Headquarters is in Abuja, Nigeria, and the national chairman over time included Senator Cleopas Moses, Zuoge, and Barrister Frederick E. Owutorufa, reflecting this. This variation in leadership already hints at one of the party's defining features: institutional inability in its early phase. We can see early development and organizational structure. Like most Nigerian parties, the NDC began building national executive structures, state-level leadership networks, grassroots mobilization. Evidence of this expansion include the appointment of multi-state chairmen across regions, northeast, northwest etc., indicating a strategic to achieve national spread. Emergence into national politics 2025 to 2026. NDC gained visibility not primarily through ideology but through political realignment and defections. In 2026, the party began nationwide congresses, signaling its first major internal democratic process and preparation for national evidence. Several members of the of Representatives defected from the ADC to the NDC, strengthening its legislative presence. This pattern shows that the NDC is partly a product of elite political migration rather than grassroots ideological formation. Role in opposition realignment. The NDC most significant historical movement so far is tied to Nigeria evolving opposition politics. NDC became associated with a breakaway faction of opposition politicians, including figures like Peter Obi, Obi and Kwankwaso. These politicians exited a broader coalition led by African Democratic Congress due to internal conflict and distrust. Their movement into NDC reflects fragmentation of opposition alliances, continued struggle to unify against dominant ruling structures, the role of personality-driven politics in Nigeria, internal challenges and controversies. So far, from its inception, NDC has faced leadership disputes, multi-listing of party officials such suggest legal and factional disputes over control, organizational instability. Reports of overlapping affiliations and political maneuvering have raised questions about party structure and compliance. And then we can see the identity ambiguity. Unlike older parties, NDC lack a clearly define ideological identity so far, is often seen as a vehicle for political repositioning. And then you can see ideological position and goals. While detailed manifestos are not widely documented yet, NDC appears to align with typical third force narratives in Nigeria. And then we can see promotion of democratic participation, alternative to dominant parties. And however, in practice, its identity is shaped more by political defections, electoral strategy, and opposition realignment. What is the significance in Nigerian politics? The historical importance of NDC lies less in long-term legacy and more in what it represents. Fragmentation of opposition. NDC symbolizes how difficult it is to build a unified opposition in Nigeria and transitional political platform. It may serve as a temporary coalition vehicle or a foundation for a future major opposition bloc. Now, the current status is, as of 2026, actively organizing nationwide structures, receiving defectors from other parties, position within opposition realignment ahead of future elections, and still facing internal consolidation challenges. Conclusion now. Nigeria Democratic Congress is a new and evolving political party whose history is closely tied to Nigeria's broader democratic development. The fragmentation and reconfiguration of opposition politics, strategic movement of influential political actors. Unlike other parties with deep ideological roots, NDC history is still being written. Its future significance will depend on whether it can resolve internal conflict, build a clear ideology, and transition from a defection-driven platform to a stable political institution. And what's next for this party now, as it's just beginning? What do you want us to know about the party, or what do you want to take away from our research, and what do you want to add? Let's keep talking obedience, Kwankwasias. Let's come together to add to this history and see what we can do with it. Let's like and subscribe to our channel, Political Brief. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.